See, this is multi-level inheritance. Here, this is a derived class. It acts as a base class of another class. Okay. So, this is class A, class B. Okay. Now, class C. Extends B. Okay. So, we are seeing an example for multi-level inheritance. So, let us create an object of C. And okay, one doubt. Do you have met to? So today I will not be able to repeat the question. Please listen and respond. Okay, all right. See, obj.met2. Obj is object of class C. Okay, I don't have met2 here, but it's not giving any error here. Why? Even though met2 is not available here, how it is allowing to call it? I'm copy pasting code so that parallelly you also can work out. Yeah. So my question is, even though I don't have met2 here, how it is allowing? Okay. So C extends B. So whichever is available in C, in B, it becomes available in C also. Okay. So let us see if Met1 also becomes available. Yes, Met1 is also available. Met1 is actually in class A. Okay. So from class A, class B is extended, from class B and class C is extended. Okay. Right. So can you please answer this question on my screen? If you don't want, just let me know. Just say pass or something, so I'll go to the next. So what is the main advantage of inheritance?
Reusability.
Excellent. So yeah, one of the main advantage is reusability, and indirectly, in other words, reduce the duplication of code. Okay, excellent. Right. So, so which type of inheritance we are seeing right now? This code.
ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಸರ್.
Multiple
ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್
inheritance.
ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ರಿಯಾಲೈಸ್ ಬರೀ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ.
Yeah. Which
ಏನ್
inheritance it is?
ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ನೋಡಿದೆ, ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಆಡ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು.
Which inheritance?
ನನಗೆ ಯಾಕೋ
From
Multi-level. Yeah.
ಸರ್ ಎರಡು
From A to
ಸೇರಿ
B and
$80
from
ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್.
okay.
82.
There is some disturbance, please. Hello. Yeah. From class B, A is the base class. From C, B is the for C, B is the base class. Okay. So it is not multiple. It is multi-level. Just it is in levels. It is very easy to remember. Okay. Right. Now, fine. Can you do one small change? Create one more class D and extend from C. Tell me if it works or not. Okay. Extend it from C and write a method met4. Okay. Just let me know if it works. I had put multi-level code which we have seen in the chart. Please copy paste from there. Does it compile and run? We need to maintain bit speed. So you want me to do that example, or you want me to do that, or you can take care of it? You can do as an assignment for tomorrow. Okay. You can do it as an assignment. Okay. You can take the current code and you can change that. Fine. So, by the way, some of you are sending the assignment worked out answers. I think today I received. So every day I'm receiving from a couple of them. So, right now, so we had seen single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical. See, this is hierarchical. Just hierarchy means, remember, in a software organization hierarchy, first CEO is there, then directors are there, to the directives, then there are managers, like that. Okay. So here class B extends from A, class C extends from A. So there is a common base class for more than one derived class. Okay. Fine. Now, one question to all of you. Let us assume I have class A, B, C like this with hierarchical inheritance. If I create a class C object, will it call the constructor of class B? Okay. If it is like this and create an object of C, will it create the object of B also? Okay. Yeah. I got one reply from others. Okay. One question to all of you. Does class C depend on B or not?
No.
Okay.
The mostly ಅದು Wi-Fi
Right. It does not depend. So when you create an object of C, the object of B need not be created. That means its constructor will not be called. But class C is dependent on A. Okay. So A object will be called. Fine. All right. See, if you have doubt, simple. You can just do like this. See, simple. Let us change this only to that. What change I have to do here to change to that? I have A, B, and C. I want to change this as per this diagram. What change I need to do? I have the sample code also here, right side. So what change I have to do? Only one line I have to change, not even one line, one character I have to change. What is that?
ನನಗೆ ಫುಲ್ ಶಾಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ
Hello. Yes. See, here I have a class C. Here I wrote class C extend C. That's it. Fine. Now, here the relationship between classes is, which type of inheritance is this? This code here. Which type of inheritance is this? See, multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. Okay. So you can write. Yeah. Yeah, it is hierarchical inheritance. Fine. Okay. So here We are creating object of C. Let us see this get called or not. Fine. Is the B constructor called here? No, because B is not dependent on on C. Sorry, C is not dependent on B. Fine. Right. Now, so can we have only one method here? Can't we have multiple methods? Yes, we can. Fine. Okay. What is the access specifier of this C constructor? Excellent. It is none. Okay. So that means where all this constructor can be called from? So if it is default, I mean none access specifier, from where all this constructor can be called? What is the accessibility of members? Okay. Okay. Excellent. So it is current package. Okay. It is current package. Private means within the, see, no confusion. Private means within the class. Public means anywhere. Anywhere means within the class, within other package, within class of other package, etc. If it is default means within the package. That's it. Simple. All these are in same package. Right. Now, how many access specifiers we have seen? And what are they? How many are there? Public, private, and none. Okay. Yes, one more is there which is protected. So how many totally? Yes, totally it is 4. Now it is the time to understand the fourth one also. Okay. And which is very closely related to inheritance. Yeah. This non-access specifier is related to packages. Protected is related to none is related to package. Protected is related to inheritance. Okay. Don't worry about this table. Just worry about these 3 lines for now. So class member declared as protected is definitely accessible within the class and in the derived class and in the current package. Okay. So which is the access specifier which has the least accessibility is private. Okay. And the public has private has the least accessibility, public has the widest accessibility. Okay. After private, it is no modifier, that is none. Then it is protected. See here, why did I tell, actually to be more specific, this point to be like this. In derived class, okay, even though the derived class is in another package, it is accessible. See, one question to all of you. We had class A, B. Can I have A and B in a different packages with which has inheritance relationship? Yeah, the question is the classes participating in inheritance relationship, can they be scattered across different packages? Yes, the answer is yes, it can be spread across the different packages. Okay, so that's why, uh, fine, it is possible. I'll just work on that example. Please closely observe my screen. Okay. I'm taking this code back to single inheritance, or fine, let it be multi-level, or I think currently is which inheritance? I think hierarchical. Okay. Okay, let it be whichever inheritance, doesn't matter. Yeah, it's here. Now, our aim is to check whether these classes in inheritance can be scattered across different packages. Let's create a package. I'll say something calm dot. Okay, some QA. Fine. All right. My aim is to move this fellow to there. Please help me with the keywords which we need to use to import and all that. Why I'm getting error here? How to solve this? So how I can express that? this file is dependent on some other package. Which keyword to use? Any thoughts?
We have to import that package.
Yes. Can you help me with the syntax, please? Import com.qa.a if you want only one class. It is giving error. Let us see what is this error. Why? Okay, I'll put star. Okay, that went off, but still I'm getting error here. How to solve it? I'll give an hint. It's related to the accessibility of class A.
So we have to make it public.
Yes, right. Okay. Fine. Why this fellow still? What is this implicit super? Okay, we'll leave about this for a while. Why this is? How to solve this? Met 1 is not visible there. So what is the
Again,
current?
this method.
Yeah. What is the current access specifier of this? Yes. These also need to be public. Yesterday we were discussing one example, right? For a vehicle to go fast, both the driver and vehicle need to be in condition. Okay. So this is vehicle, this is driver. So to make this accessible outside, both need to be public outside the package. Okay. Right. Now, still I'm getting error. The reason is this fellow goes and tries to find a constructor, but this is none. That means this fellow cannot be called from outside the current package. Okay. So what I need to do here? Please tell. Do I need to make it private here or what I need to do? I'll ask some silly questions also to make you more, make you analyze. Okay. So which access specifier I have to use here? Super constructor A not visible. Yeah, protected also is fine. We can make it public. Or even protected is fine, or we can make it public. Now, okay. So the conclusion is the classes which participate in inheritance can be scattered across different packages. Okay, right. Okay. And one question to all of you, which all built-in packages we have seen? It's not related to inheritance, just generally understand. Yeah, one is lang, java.lang. Only that we have seen.
We have seen some 5.
Yeah, can you please say any one of you? Yeah. Two Varghese has put here, other 2-3 things.
Java.io.
Okay.
And
Yeah, java.io. Then for database, which package we have seen?
SQL.
Yeah. For networking, which we have seen. Networking. Of course, we may not discuss networking because it's not part of our scope right now. But good to know at least the package. Okay. So anything else we missed out in 5-6 which we have seen yesterday? Right. And by the way, did you get chance to install Eclipse? Anybody? At least one or today at least you try to spend time. Okay. Right. Now, are you able to understand this table? This tells about the accessibility of each access specifier. Okay. See, if you have any, I mean, something like this, now you can just take a printout of this and put near your workplace for a couple of days. So, or 2 to 3 days. So automatically, when you see, like, it will get into your mind. Then next you can take one more topic. So just like that. In that way, you can get familiar. Okay. But if you know Java, not very good, at least up to some extent, definitely it will help your testing career. Okay. Now, did we see about final keyword until now? Anybody? Have you seen final keyword? Anybody? Yes. We have seen it. I told it is just like a constant. We can't change the value. Mm, I think fine. Anyhow, the basic purpose of final keyword is to declare it as a constant. Okay. See, for example, say multiply is there. So here, say let it be a data member or let it be a local variable. In case you don't want it to be changed during the program execution, so you can say, see double int and all. It's up to us, whatever it is, data type. Okay. So this means you can use it as it is wherever you want for printing or in expressions or wherever. Okay, but you cannot change it. Shall we try to change it? Whether here or anywhere. Clear? In C, C++, we have a keyword called const, C-O-N-S-T. This is exactly same. Okay. And why I wrote PI in capital means we can write in small, but it is a naming convention wherever it's a constant. It is okay. It is a standard naming convention to keep it in capital letters. Okay. See, if I remove the final, it will allow me to assign. Fine. So one of the basic purpose of final is to declare a variable as a constant. Fine. Okay, why I am telling basic purpose means there are two other purpose which are related to inheritance. Okay, right. Please go through these three lines. This we have already seen, right? Just a few minutes back. Okay. So final keyword can also be used with a class. Okay. Just forget about this part for a while. See, whenever you declare a class as a final, it can never be a base class. That means it cannot be used as a base class. I'm removing this. Fine. Okay, let us go to this inheritance. So, which is the base class of both B and C? Can you tell me? Excellent. Fine. See, for whatever reason, I don't want this fellow to be a base class. Why means I don't want anybody else to use this as a base class. I want it to be used as it is. Okay. See, generally we will not sit and write all the classes. Maybe some classes may be written by some other developers, maybe some other teams, maybe some other organization. It can be a open source also, some open source framework. Okay. So because of any reason, you don't want that, maybe because of technical or business reason, don't want it to be a base class, you can make it final. See, immediately this fellow is displaying error. So as I told, a class is a type. So it says the type B cannot supply the fine class A. Okay. So in the real time, I'll give one example. Let us assume a development team is developing software for a banking, and say there is an account, and there are two different types of account. One is class account, one is account. The other is current account, and the other savings account with some hierarchical inheritance. Say for whatever reason, say they say that current account should not be further a base class. That means there cannot be any other types of current accounts. Okay. So you want to do it as a framework and release in the market as a banking framework. You can make the current account as final. Okay. But you are not doing that for savings. That means there can be further subtypes of savings accounts. Making sense? Okay. In your, in testing domain, let us assume you have something test case. There are different types of test cases. Okay. Maybe you have categorized based on the way they need to be tested or the steps to be followed, whatever. Fine. And say you make test case as the base class, and say you created test case A, test case B, or different categories of test cases, and B you don't want further to be used used as a base class. You can make it as final. Okay. Is it making sense? Yes, no? Okay. Fine. Right. See, it's not that all this information you will immediately apply, but it will be helpful for your career eventually. So once you hear that, it's not like you grab fully. You have to practice. You have to get. Uh, you need to get more confident on that. See, immediately error has come. So one question: if I make this as final, will I get any error in this program? If I make class B final, yes, it should not. The reason is it is never used as a base class anywhere else. Okay. Right. So similarly, let us assume you write any class in your testing framework where you don't want allow anybody to use base class. You can make it as final. Okay. One question to all of you: can I declare this line 3 int A? No. The reason is all the code should be within the class. Okay. There is no global variable concept in Java. Okay. If you want, you can make this int A as a part of a class. You can make it static if you don't want it to be associated with the object. and you can make it public to be accessible anywhere. Okay. That serves as a kind of a global web. Now, so let us just take a look at hybrid inheritance. Don't break your head with this. Just hybrid inheritance means there will be multiple types of inheritance. See, if you see like A, B, C, D, here between A, B, C, what type of inheritance we have? What type of inheritance between A, B, C?
Hierarchical.
Excellent. Right. So what you can do is you can just take this picture. Just you have to just fire a print. Just put it on your desk for each topic few days. Okay, some 3, 4, 5 days like that. Just keep taking a look. So that time you will never forget. Okay. Right. Now, what is the inheritance between A, B, and D?
Multiple. Multi-level.
Okay. Fine. Right. Okay. So it is not that only this combination can be hybrid inheritance. It can be this combination also. It can be in some other way also. It doesn't matter. Basically, if it is more than one type of inheritance available, it is called hybrid inheritance. Okay. Can you do an example for hybrid inheritance? Is it fine? Will you do for hybrid inheritance or will you do? Okay, hybrid inheritance is better. You have to just copy paste and say like extension. See, it is very easy for you to like convert this into a. So this one class, 4 classes are there. You can have one more main class, and you know your B extends here, D extends B, C extends here. Okay, fine. Hybrid inheritance. Okay, tomorrow we can. Right. See, actually, multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. It is supported in C++. Why means purposefully, um, okay, purposefully it is not allowed. The reason is because of some ambiguity reasons. Okay, so I'm not going very in depth because we have to cut short wherever possible. Okay, so that then only we will not be in a confusion mode. Okay, right. See, here I have class A, B, C. Okay, what is the relationship between A, B, C? A, B, C. Right, it is hierarchical. The relationship between B, C, D, this is called multi-level. That means there are multiple base classes. For a derived class, there are multiple base classes. Okay. So this is not supported in Java. The reason is it is called a diamond problem. I'll just tell in one line. Okay. See, let us assume there is a method here. It comes here and here also. So here, let us say one definition, here another definition is there for that method. Here, if you get, so it doesn't know which one to pick, this one or this one. Okay. So, and one more thing is, it's not that without multiple inheritance, we cannot achieve anything. Almost everything we can achieve. Okay. So, multiple inheritance is not supported. If you are asked, you can just say ambiguity due to diamond problem. Okay. So, right. If you have a doubt, you can try in the code. See, I have A and B. Say A, B are independent. Say I say extends A comma B. Wait 1 second. Why this guy is giving error? Why it's giving error here? Yes. Okay. We remove this. That's why. Can you see here? So multiple inheritance not supported in Java. When it says comma here, it says unexpected token. So whenever you're talking about inheritance in Java, never say it is multiple because they will think we are not aware of basics. Okay. Right. If you are asked like which type of inheritance like this. Okay. Right. Now, just some more points to think. See, the cyclic is not allowed. That means from A, there's a cycle like this in this way or a different way or bigger cycle not allowed in Java. Okay. Fine. Okay. Now, okay. Which all built-in classes we have seen until now? Zero. Built-in classes, not packages. Fine. Thanks for responding, but built-in class. Take a look at the program, any program you did until now. Okay. Just take this piece of code. There are two built-in classes used. What are those? That means we didn't develop them. It is already developed in java.lang package. We are using it. What are they?
Void, all those things.
See, one thing is all class name starts with capital letter. Okay, fine. Void is a keyword. It is not a class. Fine. Excellent. Sanu Khan, after a long time, he responded as system. Okay, fine. That's right. One more is there. The reason is if I ask like this, if I trouble you, you will not forget. That's why. One more is string, right? And we did one program also with string, right? Yesterday, right? Right. Fine. See, the point is there is a common base class for all classes in Java. Yes. There is a common base class for all classes in Java. Okay. Why it is required means there is some basic functionality which is provided in that common base class, which is required by each and every class, whether it is already built in or whether we write it. Okay. So it is object class. Don't get confused between I'm saying object of a class until now we use and object class. This object class itself is a class. Okay. Actually, I would say that it adds to the confusion. They would have used a different name for that. Okay. Right. So object class is the base class of all classes in Java. Right. Please read this. See, we are using system string, and we also created some classes A, B, C, etc. Whether you do it extends object or not, implicitly object class is a base class for all the classes. Why means there is some basic functionality which is required by each and every class. Okay, right. It's something like in every one of us there is God. Okay, God or devil, whatever. So similarly, in every class there is an object class. Okay, right. So simple. OBJ is object of each class. Which class? Yes, it is C. How many methods I have? One. See, if you just say dot here, it will show all the methods available in that class which we can invoke. Okay, met1, it indirectly came from the base class. Met3 we had written there, but there are other fellows hiding here. Okay, all these are actually part of object class. Clear? What they do, we'll understand. Okay, it's not only C object, let it be any object. Even if you say string is there, right? Say I say, of course, this is string array, right? So I need to say args of 0. This becomes the string object I. Okay, there are caret we already used. There are a lot of other things like concatenate, contains, equals, comparing about string and all. And can you see here get class? That is part of object class actually. Hash code also. This also part of object. Notify all. Okay. Right. Even to string also. Right. Wait. Yes. Wait. If wait also. Yes. Right. So basically, the bottom line is there is a object class. There I always write O as capital. That because there is a class name. If I just say object of a class, generally I just write O as a small. Okay. Right. So object class is the base class of all classes in Java. Okay. Why? Because there is some basic functionality which is required by each and every class. Okay. Now let us just take a look at what are the methods in object class which are made available in each and every class. Okay. Okay. So these are the methods available in object class, and indirectly it is made available for each and every class and object. So I just gave a brief explanation here. I would suggest if you have a pen and paper, you can just note down so that at least when you spend some time, you can memorize it. See, when you know all these things, like writing a testing framework or doing anything in Java for testing, like it's very simple. Please don't read this part, down part, sorry. Don't read this. Just read only this for now. And here you can see final for a method. See, we have seen final for a variable or data member. We have seen final for a class. For a method, we have not yet seen. Just think it is not there at this moment. Final is not there here. Think like that. Right. Of course, this moment we may not understand the meaning of each and every method is available there. Okay. We'll come to know one by one. Now, some questions. Or it may be asked as like this also. Can you answer? So how many methods are there in java.lang.object class? Just count and tell me, please. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Right. So there are 10 methods. Now, let us briefly discuss some methods. See, equals is basically used to check the equality of the two objects. Okay. Hash code returns, see each object, not object class, I'm talking about object, has a unique identity internally in the JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So in case you want to get that unique identity, you can get by calling that specific object dot hash code. And this returns the class object of the class. Okay, I'm not discussing too much to avoid confusion here. And this is quite important, this line. It returns the string format of the object. Okay, it returns, and this wait, notify, notify all these are related to thread communication. Okay, so we can take a look at them in the threads. Okay, finalize. Okay, it is called by the garbage collector when destroying the object. Okay, see, we have seen constructor until now. Did we see destructor? Yes, no. Okay, no. Fine. There is no destructor concept in Java. This finalize method itself acts as a destructor. So this is called by whom? Garbage collector. So what is the duty of garbage collector means? Whenever it sees any object is no more used, it just cleans it up. Okay. You might have heard about memory leaks. And to find out the memory leaks, it's a very tough job. Okay. Right. Because some memory leaks we may not find even right today. Only we can find when it runs for few months, years, or even after a decade. Okay. So it's very, very tough to simulate it during testing. Okay. Here, there are no threats of memory leaks generally. Okay. So garbage collector takes care of deleting the unnecessary objects. Okay. There is no delete keyword also in Java, but in C it is there. C++, sorry, C++ it is. Right. So let us do one thing. Let us just try to play with this toString. Okay. Okay, here I have a class. Okay, let me write another class. I'll name it as XYZ. Okay. And say, I just say like int, okay, t method. You can give any name. I'm just giving some names. Okay. Say something, say return 0. Right. And let me remove all this. Now, see here, I have this class and object. So can you help me to create the object of, sorry, this is a method. Can you help me to create object of XYZ? Someone please. I want to create object of this XYZ class. Yes. Right. Okay. One question to all of you. What is this highlighted part? Yes, right. It is a constructor. But do we have that constructor here, XYZ? No, right. Then how it is allowing this? Right. Now, okay, that is a different thing. Now what I want, say with obj, can I call toString method? Yes, I can call because toString is originally implemented in object class. Even though you do extends object or not, even though you do extends object class here or not, by default it is like that. Basically in Java, you cannot write a class which is not a derived class of object class, right? Right. So let us try to print it. Oh, the execution starts here. It prints this line. Why I got this one like this? Why I got like this means. See here, since toString, did we implement toString here? No. So it takes the original implementation in the object class. Clear? Right. But let us assume you want to give your own implementation of toString in your class. It is possible. Okay. So that is called overriding. See, we have seen overloading and we told it is compile time polymorphism. And I told runtime polymorphism is very powerful. Okay. So this is runtime polymorphism. Wait, I'll show it to you. Yeah, please read this part. It is called method overriding or it's also called runtime polymorphism. Try to read each word, try to visualize it, then it is easy to understand. So when base and derived class has a method with the same declaration, it's not saying same method name, okay? Same declaration, that means it should have the same name, return type parameter. Then the method which gets invoked with base class reference, that means with base class object in runtime depends on the object to which base class reference is pointing to. Okay, fine. I'll show an example for this. Looks like okay. Okay, what is the relation inheritance between base one, derived one, and derived two? See, it may be boring for you to answer again, think, but that will help you to become more confident. What inheritance is it? Excellent. It is hierarchical. Fine. That's yes. Fine. See, if you see closely, here I have a display method. Here also I have a display method, and here display method. See, for overriding, you don't need hierarchical. You can just use single inheritance also. Okay, right. See, here we created an object of base class, and I just called obj.display. Okay, it calls the display of this base. Okay, right. Here, this obj can also point to derived object. That time when I call display, it calls the show which is in derived one. And this obj can also point to derived two. Here if I call display, see basically the thing is, this is called runtime polymorphism. That means the binding between the display, I mean between the method which is called and the actual method which gets invoked is decided in the runtime, not in the compiled time. Okay. See, we may feel simple, but this concept can save, if used appropriately, can save millions of dollars during project implementation. Okay. And to understand the main cream of it, it will take some time. Okay. Right. But still, I'll support you to the possible extent. Fine. Okay. So just do one thing, keep the definition aside, try to correlate each point with that now. Try to see, like read each part of the paragraph, try to correlate, like are we doing the same thing in this example? Sorry. Yeah, it's you can read only these 4 lines. For each sentence, you can just try to correlate here. Is it the same thing we are doing in the example? See here, you can find one word called reference. See, what is the reference means? Here, obj is called reference. Okay. See here, this fellow returns an object which is being pointed by this obj. But generally, what we say object, object like that. If to be more specific, this is a reference which is pointing to this object. Okay. So this reference, basically, a base class reference can refer to any of its derived objects. See, this obj can refer new derived one, but the other way around is not valid. The reason is a derived class object is of type base class, but not the opposite. It may be slight confusion that is quite natural when you get started. So here what happens is the method call is same, but the actual method which gets invoked is decided in the runtime based on the object to which the reference is pointing. See, simple. When you see like this, whichever is right side that gets called. That is the uh, fine. That is the bottom line. So here, display in the base one gets called. Here, display in the derived one class gets called. Display in derived two gets called. Can you see here? Okay. Of course, you may see what is the fun in this. There is a lot of fun actually. Okay. First try to understand this. I'll try to correlate with something real time example. Okay. I'm just putting the code in chat. I'll ask for a small change. You can do that once you are able to execute. Please execute. Take a minute. After that, I'll give one small change in this. Were you able to run it? No, yes. Looks like no. Fine. Naresh, were you able to execute it? Hello. Yeah, I copy pasted the code. Please take it and just execute it. It just takes. You got any error? Just let me know. See, if you don't have Eclipse, you can do it on IDE 1. Okay. Only for packages, IDE 1 may not work, but for inheritance, it works. No problem. So just copy paste this code in the IDE. I think the main class need to be given the name IDE 1 only because of some internal environment of this. Okay. So you can run it like this. So it will get compiled and okay, excellent. I got a class ID 1 is public. Okay. So no, it's not allowing this public. Okay, remove it. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, as a homework, I'll give one more modification. Right. So what you can do is, okay, create another class derived. I think we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, with display method and try to override it. Fine. So you can do this as the homework. You have to just do copy paste and minor changes. Fine. Right. Can we go to the next topic now? Let's go back to that toString which we were discussing. So toString is originally implemented or defined in which class? ToString is originally defined in which class? Please fast, we need to close it. Which class? Which class is the base class of all classes? Please, Naresh, Purnima, Jayashree, anybody? It is on the screen. You can just tell in which class toString method is originally defined. Okay, if you don't want to tell, I'll tell. It is object class. Okay. Now, so here, see, when we executed like this, can you see? We got something like this. Basically, it is a what is it, hash code like that, which is unique for each object in a specific JVM. Now, what we can do is, okay, so before getting into this point, let me explain what is the real power of method overriding. Okay, okay. See, we know Android operating system, right? And we can develop applications on that. So let us assume when we develop an application for that, do I give that application code to Google to compile and give it back to me? Or I can compile it and dynamically execute it? Is it option one or two? In the option one, I can just compile and execute myself. Option two, I give to Google that code. I'll ask them to compile everything and give it to me. So which way it works currently? Yes, it is option one. So how means their method overriding or dynamic polymorphism is used directly or indirectly because it is a runtime decision, not compile time decision. If it was a compile time decision, I had to give all my code to Google. So how many millions of app developers will be there? It need to go to Google. They have to compile, give it back to us. Again, I want to change one line. Again, I will give to Google. They'll change and do. So that's why I told it will save, if used appropriately, it will save millions of dollars. Okay. So this is the concept used there. Similarly, within your project also, you can use this. Of course, I don't think like from tomorrow you'll start using, but eventually when you gain more confidence, you can use it in your testing framework or whatever. You can write a testing framework, you can release in the market. You can ask the developers to write their own plugins and attach to your testing framework, and they need not give their code to you. They can just use this runtime polymorphs. Got it? Right. Making sense or senseless? Okay. So here, okay, fine. See why I am able to speak confidently. All these problems, everything I had seen practically. So I am able to speak confidently. Just with the theoretical knowledge, I can't be this confident. Okay, right. Now, so let us try to see, for whatever reason I want to override toString. So let me try to override the original toString, which is defined in object, which is indirectly a base class of this. Okay, right. Right. See, now what happens is this obj is pointing to the base class. So when I call toString, it will not call the toString of the object class. It will call the toString of the this one. Okay. See, it is like this. Fine. See, it may take some time to slightly digest and interpret completely, but try to grab as much as you can. Still, we have 2 more days apart from today. Okay. Right. So can somebody tell what all we discussed today? Only headings. Please be fast. You want to tell, or shall we close for the day? Naresh, Purnima. Okay, one is final keyword. Okay, this reminded me one more thing. See, final is used for three different purposes. Okay, I'll just pause for 1 second. I'll just complete one thing, then we'll go with it. See, final is used to declare a constant. Number two, to make a class as a final. One more way is final can also be used with a method. Okay, why means, let us assume you have a class. You are writing a lot of methods like this. Because of some reason, you don't want the derived class developers to override your method. If they have to use as it is. You don't want them to allow them to change the behavior. You need to make it as final. See, immediately it's giving an error. See, it says, right. So final can be used with variables. It is used to declare constants. It can be used with class final. That means the base class cannot be changed. That means it cannot be used as a base class, sorry. It can be used with a method, which means the method cannot be overridden. Okay. Yeah. Please go ahead. What all topics we have seen today? One is final. Method overloading. Okay, we had seen few days back, but today we just try to um, touch base it. Other things. Inheritance. Different types of inheritance. Can you tell? Different types of inheritance. Multi-level. Hierarchical. Singleton. It is not a singleton. It is single inheritance or simple inheritance. Singleton is entirely a different thing. It's a design pattern. Okay. Right. Okay, fine. Now, which is the base class of all classes? Please keep O as capital. Object class, O should be capital. Okay, right. Now, so final keyword can be used with what all? Which all? Okay, final keyword can be used with a variable, of course, with a data member or a class, a local variable to declare as a constant. It can be used with a class. Okay, when used with a class, it cannot be a base class. It can also be used with a method, final. So that method cannot be overridden. Okay, right. So let me try to give one more assignment for tomorrow. Okay. Okay, this is one simple assignment. You can try to do this. Print multiples of 3 or 5 between 1000 and 1050. This you can do. This one also you can do. Fine. So fine. So I'm concluding for the day. So okay. So see you tomorrow. Spend some more time to read all these concepts. Then only you can memorize. Okay. So if any doubts, please um, we can discuss tomorrow. But we have very limited time. We need to cover the topics also. So I need some support from you to spend time offline as well. Okay. So good night and thank you everybody. Okay. See you tomorrow. Good night.